On the third day after the crucifixion, a small band of women walked through the dawn toward a tomb. Their hands carried spices, their hearts carried grief. They had watched Jesus die, the one they had hoped would restore Israel, the teacher who had spoken with authority, the healer who had touched lepers and lifted the fallen. Now they came only to honor the dead. As they went, they worried about the stone. It was large, too large for them to move. But when they reached the garden, they found something they never expected. The stone had already been rolled away. The entrance stood open, and the tomb was empty. Inside, a messenger from heaven spoke with a calm that cut through their fear. "Do not be afraid. You seek Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He has risen. He is not here." The women stood silent at first, trembling with wonder. Had death failed? Had sorrow been conquered? Then the words they had heard before began to rise in their memory. Jesus had said he came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. His suffering had not been an accident. The cross was his mission. Far away, as Jesus had hung upon that cross, darkness had covered the land. He had cried out in anguish, and when he gave up his spirit, the curtain of the temple was torn from top to bottom. It was as if God himself had opened the way. Not by human effort, not by sacrifice repeated again and again, but by the once-for-all gift of the Son, access to the Father had been made near. At the foot of that cross, a Roman centurion had looked up and spoken more truly than many who had stood closest to Jesus. Truly this man was the Son of God. Mark had begun by announcing Jesus as the Son of God, and now even a soldier from the nations confessed it at the place of shame. The women left the tomb with both fear and joy, because the message was too great to keep to themselves. The one they thought they had lost was alive. The kingdom they feared had fallen had only begun. The cross was not defeat. The tomb was not the end. Jesus had broken the power of death and opened a new life for all who trust in him. Soon after, his followers would be sent to tell the good news to the world. The risen Lord would not remain hidden in a garden grave. His victory would become their mission. Lesson: Jesus, the Son of God and Servant King, died for our sins, rose in power, and sends his people to share the living hope of the gospel. He is not here. He is risen.